In November 2025, the system changes. But no one explains what that system is, who controls it, or whether it even has anything to do with XRP, BIS, SWIFT, and the IMF. These three sit at the heart of the global financial system, and in recent months they've all started using the same words: Nexus, ISO 20022, liquidity risk. At first, these terms might sound unrelated, but they all connect at a single point. Today I'll show you that point directly from the official documents, and we'll see exactly where XRP fits in this picture. Is it truly the bridge currency or just another social media legend? This video is not investment advice, but it will clear away a lot of misinformation. 1. What's real, what's hype? Let's start with the basics. BIS Project Nexus wasn't created to choose a crypto. It was built to connect national instant payment systems across countries. So the goal isn't which coin will be used. It's how can money move faster between nations. On the SWIFT side, the timeline is clear. On November the 22nd, 2025, the old messaging system shuts down and all banks move to the new ISO 2022 standard. That's a major technical change, but it's not automatically a price-boosting event. Then comes the IMF, which recently said, liquidity has become fragile. In other words, money flow in bond and FX markets is tightening. Some people connect these three developments and conclude that means XRP will sit at the center of the new system. But the documents don't explicitly mention XRP, so today we focus on facts, not rumors. 2. Why are these rails so important? Cross-border payments are still painfully slow. Before sending money, a bank must already have funds parked abroad. Pre-funding. That's expensive and inefficient. This is where BIS Nexus steps in. It aims to interconnect each country's instant payment networks so that money can move from one nation to another as easily and instantly as an email. Ripple, meanwhile, hasn't been idle. Its new product, RLUSD, runs on both the XRP and Ethereum networks. A stablecoin designed as a fiat-to-digital bridge for institutions. But remember this. A new system doesn't automatically mean new demand. Demand grows only when the system becomes cheaper and safer for banks and payment providers to use. 3. What happens during economic stress? When the economy tightens, liquidity slows, bonds are harder to sell, currencies become volatile, and everyone starts chasing cash flow. Take Japan as an example. When the central bank raised rates, investors who had borrowed cheaply in yen were squeezed, triggering stress in global funding markets. During such times, pre-funded accounts lose efficiency. That's when real-time settlement systems shine. If some of those networks use XRP as a bridge, natural demand can emerge, not as a hype story, but as a utility story. 4. Think of XRP as a lake. Imagine XRP circulation as a three-layered lake. On the surface, there's XRP traded on exchanges. In the middle layer, XRP temporarily held in payment systems. At the bottom, XRP stored as long-term reserves by institutions. As new entities join the ecosystem, the middle and bottom layers expand, reducing the surface supply. So the tradable liquidity shrinks and price movements become sharper. To detect this shift, watch these three data points. Are exchange reserves decreasing while institutional wallets rise? Are over-the-counter transactions taking longer to settle? Is the futures price consistently above spot? If all three happen together, it means surface liquidity is drying up. The lake's water is receding. 5 paths for 2025 to 2026. Scenario 1, smooth transition. SWIFT completes its migration in November 2025. BIS Nexus links its first countries, and everything goes as planned. XRP adoption grows slowly but steadily. Result, modest, sustainable price tightening. Scenario 2, stressful transition. Liquidity dries up, FX volatility spikes, and banks avoid pre-funding accounts. Then real-time settlement networks suddenly become crucial, creating instant operational demand for XRP. Surface supply shrinks and price action becomes explosive. This isn't conspiracy talk. It's just how markets behave under stress. When systems break, speed wins. 6. The real dashboard. Instead of following rumors, track real data yourself. Every week, check BIS Project Nexus. Have new countries joined? SWIFT ISO 20022. Any updates ahead of November 22, 2025? IMF/BIS reports. What's happening with bond and FX liquidity? Ripple RLUSD. Which institutions are testing it? Whenever someone tells you. This date, this price. Ask one thing first. Where's the source? If there's no primary document, it's not a valid receipt. 7. Think like an operator. Don't think like a tourist, think like an operator. Create your own mini evidence dashboard every week. XRP exchange reserves, futures spot spreads, official announcements. Collect proof, not assumptions. In the next episode, we'll build that panel step by step. If you found this helpful, like the video and subscribe. Because here we don't chase hype, we follow the facts.